Hello, everybody. What's going on? I'm back for another reading. No plans for this one, just gonna shuffle and see what comes out, but I'm feeling really good. And if you're here and you're new, welcome. And if you're watching again, or you're coming back to my channel, my videos, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for being here. Okay, what's the story today? What's the story today? Okay, we had the Six of Pentacles fall out, but it took a tumble and it fell out upside down. So, here's what I'm thinking. This is the card of reciprocity, equal give and take, the energy, the emotional effort, the attention, the resources that you give and share. I'm just gonna put this on Do Not Disturb so I don't get distracted. What you share is reciprocated. So this is, evokes feelings of reciprocity and fluidity and alignment, things like this. It tumbled out all different directions. So how I read this starting message, you are coming into a position or a relationship or an agreement or a contract where you are going to be receiving what you're putting out. There's going to be something coming up, excuse me, that is balanced. However, it's in process right now. So you might know what I'm talking about. If this is your reading, if this resonates, obviously, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, Yeah, so you're probably in the process of defining or understanding or coming in connection to or with the thing that is going to actually support you and help sustain you to continue to serve. This is also a card of service. I think in the original Rider-Waite deck, the image is like a man like serving bread to the community or something. I think that's the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, because it fell down and it stopped when it was upside down, I think that is saying that right now you might be in a pause or like a questioning or a self-reflection mode where you're thinking, I don't know what the next right step is towards an equal give and take in this area of my life or in this pursuit or in this contract or in this relationship or whatever, but it's in motion. It's just you're kind of thinking about it right now, stopping and asking the question. So that's what I pick up from there. So let's get the rest of the story. What's going on? By the way, if you want to book a personal reading with me, send me a message here on YouTube or on my Instagram at Rustic Peach, and we can work something out and schedule something, and I'm happy to answer any questions, and I also have info for the offerings that I have in the description, so that's that in case you're interested. All right, I think I need a bit more of a story. Okay, so I feel like maybe right now a theme in your life is internal work or solo focused skill refinement. That is such a weird way to articulate my fingers right now. Eight of Pentacles is skill refinement, Lord of Prudence, okay? So discipline, consistency, devotion, showing up for the minutia every day, refining your skill set. And then the Hermit is your own inner compass, your own inner voice, your internal world, your inner self. So it's like maybe you are reflecting right now on what kind of reciprocity is actually going to sustain and support your consistent evolution and growth in the realm of your work or your inner world. Six of Pentacles reversed, Hermit, and Eight of Pentacles upright. You are reconfiguring your relationship to the kind of support that you need in order to sustain your devotion, your work, your mission. I don't think I can say it any more directly. I think that's what it is. What other messages? High Priestess reversed. Okay, you're stopping, you're listening. there's a lot of information going on right now, a lot of things coming to your head, a lot of things you could have just received a massive download or insight, and you need to give it time to kind of like digest so that you can decipher what the messages are without controlling anything, without rushing anything, without projecting anything, without jumping ahead. So you're in like kind of digest and process mode. Yeah, Two of Pentacles flashed out. Didn't pop out, but it flashed out. It's almost like this thing that is creating this psychic fog or delay or confusion or pause is in relation to your commitment. Also, Two of Pentacles coming out, it's like you made a decision, you stepped forward into something, and so that eliminates any wondering about any other options because you decided this one thing. So that already gets rid of the other options. So it's like now you're contemplating, what do my tangible commitments look like going forward? And you're kind of psychically, emotionally, intuitively trying to figure that out. And your new set of options is not 100% clear or accessible mentally or psychically or emotionally to you like fully right now, because it's like when you take in so much at once, it's impossible to process so much in like one moment, right? It's like when you go to school, you pay tuition and you sign up for a year of classes or whatever, you sign up for a class, you invested, you made the commitment. And on day one, even though you already agreed, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get this license so I can practice so and so. But you don't become licensed on day one. You don't have a clientele base on day one. You show up on day one so that you can learn what needs to come next in order to move on to day 2 and day 3 and so on and so forth. And this is exactly what this is. The information that speaks to the excited parts of your soul that are going to where your heart envisions you and wants you to be, that part of you can't see past a certain threshold into your future. This is knowing. This is sight. This is confirmation. This is intuition. This is grounded, correct psychic information. This is I can't see yet. I cannot see yet. So you can't see yet what is needed in order to take that next major step. You just made a huge step. You just, stepped into this new threshold, but you can't see what's next yet. Okay. What other messages want to come out? Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, so you just are in a position right now where some lie or illusion just fell flat on its face, and something that was causing you worry, or a lie, or maybe like a false belief that you had about yourself, like it's dead. It's dead and gone. It flipped on its face. There's no substance to it anymore. There was a lie or an illusion or something blocking you from being where you are right now. Excuse me. And it's almost like you proved to that part of your brain, or that lie, or that projection, or this could even be gossip from somebody else. You proved them wrong. You proved your own programming wrong. You rose above whatever was lying to you, and you are now, in a way, seeing yourself more clearly, or seeing your situation more clearly, and you're like, that thing that I thought I believed, or that thing that everyone said was true, that scared me so much, is actually BS. It's actually insubstantial. And now you're standing in a place where you are more confident and clear, and it's like, those illusions don't have nothing on me. They don't have anything on me, kind of. Okay, what else? Okay, we got the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. You've like risen above conflict. Okay, here's the message. Going forward, any area of your life that triggers conflict, whether it's someone who wants to fight with you, or a disagreement, or internal strife, or a clash of values, or a conflict of values, it's like you bring clarity and clarity in action to those situations. So it's almost like what this is trying to say is it's reaffirming the clarity of your inner voice and your authority, your intellectual authority and your insight that you have. You're bringing that to you are that archetype. And as you go through life and different kerfuffles or fluffy things come up here and there, maybe things that try to throw you off or people that I don't know, like throw rotten tomatoes at you or whatever it is with the Five of Wands energy. It's not good energy, but you're protected by your clarity. That's it. Like, and the same thing applies to our spiritual authority. When we know our authority and we're connected to our sovereignty as spiritual beings, we cannot be attacked by a demon. We cannot be coerced. We cannot be manipulated because we know who we are. We know what we are. We're rooted in that. So all these scary things, all these sideline yelling, discouraging bullshit, whatever, they can flail. They can throw shit. They can do whatever they want to do, but you're still the same person. You're still as clear as you were before, someone suggested being afraid of this thing that you hold in your heart, this conviction, this intellectual conviction, this knowledge about who you are, where you're going, what you want. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck as well. It's like your clarity is just more on than ever. Because you're just going. You're going towards your thing. And what are their messages? And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you are devoted at heart, and you're approaching something right now with discipline, dedication. It's like that what you're doing right now in your life is going to take consistent effort. You don't expect to see results overnight. You don't expect to see things change and transform overnight. This is a slow transformation card. This is a slow foundation, abundance building card. This is the slow burn, and there's no timestamp of God says when you work for X amount of hours on X thing, you'll have the results that you want within 5 days or 6 hours, whatever. It doesn't work like that. It's a matter of alignment and consistency and capacity as well. Everyone has a different bandwidth, but when you stick to the structure, the systems, the discipline, and you show up over and over and over, that's what creates the garden. That's what lets you yield the harvest. And let's see, it says a lord of success unfulfilled here on the bottom. And although that could read kind of negative, what it's saying is, you see in the background that hand, and he's harvesting this plant, success unfulfilled. This thing, it maybe is not done growing yet, or maybe they haven't gone to seed yet. The little flowers there, so they need to still be planted. It needs to germinate or cultivate a little longer. Word vomit. So yeah, this Seven of Pentacles, when it says Lord of Success unfulfilled, it doesn't mean like you're going to fail or you're going to be unfulfilled or you won't be successful. It just means that, if you plant a pumpkin seed and the pumpkin hasn't matured yet, the fate of that pumpkin has not been fully fulfilled. You're going to grow the pumpkin, you're going to sell pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns or for pumpkin pies, but you can't sell a pumpkin that's like this big when it's supposed to grow to this big. And you want to sell it, when it's mature and ready to be used for like a whole pie or like a whole jack-o'-lantern or whatever. Or, like with a flower, you can't sell a plant for its flower if the flower hasn't grown yet. So that's Seven of Pentacles. You show up every day. You prune the plant. You water the plant. You move it with the sun. You rotate the pot, whatever. And then, so it's like you have the Seven of Pentacles. That's the pause, right? The assessing the steps forward. It's the planning, calculating kind of phase. It's the pause energy. It's that slow energy, that suspended energy, that sense of, I know where I'm going, but I still have a long way to go. And then after the 7 comes the 8. I know how to apply myself, so I'm going to do that diligently every day. And with that diligence comes the 9 of Pentacles, the yield, the success. And then with that harvest, 10 of Pentacles, your dominion, your roots, your home. You grow the tree. You grow the tree. You harvest the wood. You build a house. Now you have a house, 10 of Pentacles. And then your legacy can be born through there. So 7 of Pentacles, you see the long road ahead. It's not stopping you. It's just you're like, okay, yeah, I see what this is going to take. So you're acknowledging the effort that's required. All right, so what are any final messages? Oh my God, literally 10 of Cups. Not only are you going to build your legacy, it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling. Whatever you're doing right now is taking you towards your dreams and you know it. You're like on the pathway to fulfilling the, the good in your life. Hangman reversed. I feel like this could be like you are going to encounter moments here and there where you need to pause and kind of reassess things and take a look at your life and your, your orientation of the world. But you're gonna, what is this? Let me think for a second. Can you clarify? Hangman reversed. 7 of Cups. Clarify. Sun. Okay. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see the areas in your life that were... So instead of having a moment where life forces you to surrender your perspectives and the way that you're doing things, you're going to have the new perspective. You're going to... How do I put this into words? Give me a minute here. It's like, okay, so clarifying the Hangman reverse, I got the 7 of Cups and the Sun. So it's like, it's almost like you're seeing, okay, all right, let's try to make this simple. In life, you have a goal, okay? You have a dream, okay? You want to be famous. You want to be a successful business owner. You want to be an artist. You want to go on vacation and take a group trip someplace. Whatever, you have your dream, you have your goal. The thing that motivates you to, work every day. And in that dream, you emotionally are aware of all the different options on how to walk forward. And you think, what do I do today? How do I pursue this today? Do I want to work in the cafe for an hour and then go to the gym or go to the park? Or do I want to stay at home and make phone calls for this thing? Or do I want to schedule this activity today so that I'll have more energy for this in the next week, and so on and so forth? Whatever. Options, different pathways to get forward. That's what 7 of Cups, that's how I'm reading it. You're aware that in order to get to your dreams, you have many different options. And that's literally what this energy is. It is being suspended in emotional dreaming about where I can go. What are all my options? Do I choose option A? Do I choose option B? Do I go to school to get good at this thing? Do I hire a private coach to get good at this thing? Do I learn from my friends to get good at this thing? Do I study by myself with books and online courses and resources to get good at this thing? Which is the best route? And you don't know. You're just contemplating. However, so the Hangman upright would mean you know where you want to go, but something is getting in your way and limiting your perception. But reversed, you are beyond the point of needing to pause to move forward. You've released yourself from your own mental limitations, I guess. And in relation to your dreams, it's like you're not actually held back by these options. this is so weird to piece together into words, but with the sun coming out to clarify both of these, you are going to receive tremendous clarity on a soul level on what to choose, what path to choose going forward. And if you're not already, feeling that right now, it's going to come. I got to pause this video because my laundry beeped. Okay, so yeah, I think I've asked this maybe already a few times. Oh, Four of Wands at the bottom. Okay, that means belonging. Belonging is here. Belonging is coming soon as well. That could be another message for someone, or like home, feeling home, finding home, coming home, or this contributing to your ultimate sense of home. All right, so I'm gonna pull one more card. Messages. That's it. That's the last card. This is the placeholder card, and I always read this as the period at the end of a sentence or emphasis on what's already there. This is an amplifier. This is like, we're closed, we're complete. That's it. That's the message. So you're going to get there, and I'm excited. So yeah, again, if you want to book a reading with me, the info for what I offer is in the description. There's no pressure. And yeah, send me a message here on YouTube or on Instagram at Rustic Peach to set something up. I can help be an intuitive mirror and guide for you toward your next steps in life or wherever you're going. And yeah, I've got a bunch of different readings and services in the description. If you want an unbiased, energetic mirror reflection feedback, I could be your gal. So yeah, if you feel called, send a message, and I'm also happy to answer any questions that you might have on my readings and how they might be helpful for your specific situation. But I love doing this, and that's that. So I'm just going to leave it there. Sending lots of love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.